My guest tonight from Santa Monica, California, CEO of Hulu.com, Jason Kyler. Welcome to The Loop, Jason.
Well, thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Dude, big day for Hulu. After 4 months in private beta, Hulu finally went public today. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thanks a ton. It was a big day for the team.
Oh, yeah. So now, real quick, for people who don't know what Hulu is, what is Hulu.com?
Well, the easiest way to describe Hulu is that you can watch your favorites anytime for free. And so you can watch hit movies, hit TV shows, and a whole lot of things in between for free, any time of the day or night.
Wow. So now, who exactly is the site sort of aimed specifically for?
Anybody that likes entertainment, which means anybody that has a computer. Yeah, there you go. Anybody that has a computer and an internet connection, and you're good to go.
That's awesome. And you can actually, I was in the beta, so I'm really super excited. Fantastic. I actually didn't know that this was a function, but you can embed content from Hulu and post on your blog or anywhere else online. Did you guys see this as a big feature? I mean, why is this such a big deal now?
That was actually a very important feature. That was one of the first things that we came up with when we were designing the service, which is we thought that it was very important not just to recreate television on the internet, but actually leverage technology to innovate. And so one of the things we thought would be very cool is that when you watch Saturday Night Live or when you watch The Simpsons, to be able to not just enjoy it, but to actually share it with your family and friends. And you can either share the whole episode or a whole movie, or just clip it and take your favorite moment out of it and actually embed it in your blog, put it in your social networking page, or just send it in an email to your brother or your family or friends.
Dude, the clipping, I had no idea. I got to read the press release more. This is amazing. So
it's all in there.
Now, look, do you guys think Hulu is going to become sort of a one-stop shop for TV shows and movies? Or I mean, is this sort of where you want them to come?
So the goal of the service, I'll give you sort of the reason why we exist, which is our goal is, and it's a very ambitious goal, is to help people find and enjoy the world's hit content. And that means that we'd love to aggregate everything. So whether it's sports, news, movies, television shows, we'd love to be able to offer all of it to users. And we don't want to just offer it at a destination like Hulu.com. That's certainly important. But if people want to watch it on their own blog or in a social networking environment, we're going to let them do that too.
That's great. And speaking of other content, there are deals now, I guess, involved with Viacom that are still being sort of negotiated. Are there any other companies signed on, or is it really just the Fox and the NBC Universal?
We've been very fortunate. We've got over 50 content partners now, so that's obviously up from Fox and NBC originally. And so we've added everybody from Warner Brothers to Sony to MGM. We've got even original internet productions like Vaguru, who does Prom Queen and All for Naughts. Yep. And we've got NHL, the NBA, the National Basketball Association. We've got just a ton of content, pretty much something for everybody.
Yeah, and I have to say, big fan of the quality. That's was something I'm very excited about. So let me ask you this. Clearly, you're a smart guy. How are you going to make money doing this? I mean, there's so many people out there, everybody's doing this for a dime at the end of the day. So how is Hulu going to make its money? So
it's all ad supported. So everything is free for the user, but it's advertising supported. And keep in mind, we are capitalists at heart. So we are
rightfully so, sir. Rightfully so.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we earn a fair return for ourselves and for our content owners, and so it's advertising supported. And so now I will say though that the advertising that you'll find on the service is very much follows a philosophy that less is more. So you'll find about 25% of the advertising that you would find on a typical broadcast. So only one commercial per break, as opposed to 4 commercials at a break.
Yeah, because I was actually just going to ask. I mean, are you guys anticipating some sort of backlash, or have you in the beta maybe seen a backlash from users? Because at the end of the day, we're not really accustomed to seeing ads on the web. I mean, I know that this content is something you're sort of more used to seeing ads in. Have you seen any backlash or anything like that?
We haven't. I post my email address on the website, so I get a lot of user feedback. And the feedback that I'm getting is an overwhelming response that, hey, this feels right, which is, there's a lot of piracy sites out there, and people in general want to do the right thing, which is if you can provide the media in a legal way, and you do it in a fair way in terms of having limited advertising, they'll respond very positively. That's certainly what we're seeing. We've gone from 0 viewers to over 5 million just in the last 30 days, just in the test period. So users are very much responding positively that they think the advertising model is one they're very familiar with and comfortable with, and they know that it's legal and a fair trade.
Yeah, and I'll say even just personally me, I had no problem with it whatsoever. Fantastic. So now let me ask you this. When Hulu was first announced, a lot of people considered it sort of a YouTube competitor. Is this really what you guys are going? I mean, it doesn't sound like that's what's happening here.
It's not, and a lot of press and bloggers speculated that it would be a YouTube competitor, and I respect YouTube a ton. YouTube's a user-generated content service. This is not that. This is completely opposite. This is completely focused exclusively on the premium content, and so that's a part of the market that we don't think has been well served, and that's what we focus on exclusively. So this is not a YouTube competitor. This is Hulu, and we're trying to stake a claim for ourselves in the premium content end of the business, and we don't think that's been well served before.
Yeah, well, I think you guys are doing great. And listen, Jason, thank you so much for coming on. It was really appreciated. It was great talking to you.
Thanks a ton for having us.
Please, and thanks for keeping us in the loop.